How's it going, ScrubGamers? Welcome back to another video here at ScrubGames. You're joining with me again, Jamie. And I just wanted to do a quick intro video to my channel because I realized I didn't really have one, and also taking the time to discuss what I'm going to do on my channel for 2022. So, as you can see, I'm trying to do YouTube and just having fun with it for it. I mainly started it because I was enjoying cube draft. To put some information because I found that there's no information about cube drafting for DBS at all on the internet that I could find. So I wanted to put some information out there. So if anybody like me likes cube drafting, I like it in every single game, and if they were in DBS and wanted to try it out, they'd have that information. So I thought it'd be helpful. And then as I got into that, I also wanted to use it to put out my videos and views online. So if people were interested and liked it, they also had the information as well, and also had like a few of other options for decks and things. So with the content on my channel, one thing that I've been doing, and almost like every single DBS YouTuber does, is deck profiles. So I keep doing that. I don't like to do meta decks. Like I don't really like to do meta decks unless it's one of my favorite characters. So because most of the time when you look at meta decks, they're all the same. There might be a few variations, especially in Dragon Ball Super as well. So I don't like to go over them. I'm more like to go for rogue, and if interesting, like leaders and decks that you don't really see that often. Because I find that I could play like myself. I play more roguish decks, like because I don't like mirror matches, and I find with rogue strategies, like the best thing about that is the surprise factor, where you catch people off. They don't know what your deck does, and by the time they figure it out, you one up them and you beat them. That's what I found a lot with them, and they're a lot more fun, a lot more interesting. So I'm going to keep doing deck profiles, and if you're interested in things that aren't meta and more interesting decks, or in my opinion more interesting decks, but more rogue strategies, then feel free to watch and look out for them. And the next thing I do that also a lot of DBS YouTubers do is gameplay vids. So I'm trying to get some gameplay videos out. I've also been doing a lot of 8-bit and pixel art recently, as you can see from my channel here, from my little video here. I've recently got into it, found a way to put together an application to do it. So I've been making a lot. Well, that's the reason I haven't been making much content recently. Well, not because of the Christmas period, but because I've been working on things from a channel to make it look a bit more like some videos, a bit more pop a bit, look a bit more interesting and visually. So I'll be getting some more of that up because we got our team, which we'll go over in a sec as well, where we're gonna try to get more gameplay videos, do more testing, and get that out as well with more interesting decks put together for playing as well. Another thing with the gameplay vids is I will be doing cube drafting videos as well, because I will be starting a cube drafting league, which will go over in a sec, and we'll get that out. So you can, if you want to check out cube drafting, there's also a series I've done which I'm thinking I'm going to update soon, which you can check out if you like that. And another thing as well that I've been doing recently that I didn't want to start doing because, well, I can't really remember the reason why, but something that I didn't really want to start doing on our channel, but I've started doing recently, is discussion videos. But I find a lot of time with discussion videos on YouTube is not really a discussion, it's just one-sided opinion, just put out, and nothing really comes more of it. And like people don't really discuss in the comments like you do on Facebook. But I thought I wanted to try and do some interesting, like I wanted to try and do it, but give more interesting topics, or topics I find quite interesting. Like so far I've only done two discussion videos on the channel. First one being different formats you can have for your locals, because I thought that'd be quite interesting. Sometimes locals can be a bit boring when it's like a meta that's not interesting, and people get a little bit disinterested. But having different formats you could try out, like with our locals, we used to try doing different formats every so often to keep it fresh, keep people interested, and like take a break from it as well. And I thought that'd be interesting to cover. And the other one I did was about net decking, because that's a topic that in all TCGs is kind of like a bad topic. Like if you call someone a net decker, is normally referred to like in a nasty way. So I wanted to do a video to like cover it, because net decking is in every game, or every card game, and it's not really a bad thing as people make it out to be. So I wanted to go discussion video on that, just cover it and give more positive light to it. And I'm going to try and do some more as well. Like the next one I think I'm going to do is regarding judging, how it helps people, how it, like if people try judging. It can help him out in the game and just like help him improve the rulings, because I find with judging, a lot of the rulings are quite simple ones that if people just had a bit more of an understanding, there'd be less questions about that. So I think I'm going to go over that in a never discussion video. And another one I've been doing some recently, like most of 2021 as well, is news and breakdowns. So on my channel at the moment, every Sunday I do a series called Previous DBS, where I go over the week's news in one video at the end of the week. So it's a lot easier to digest and see, because if you go like having a look all over the week to see what was real, especially with spoilers, having a look at every day of the week, that's when we get them now, every day of the week, having a look each day of the week to find out what spoilers was given out when, look for cards, could be a hassle. So I thought a good thing would be to have it so at the end of the week you get all the news in one video, so it's easy to digest and easy to find. And also not just like regarding spoilers, but any news in Dragon Ball Super and a lot of information about like more about the EU as well. And same with that with breakdowns as well. What I found was with events and breakdowns, you always get the US ones, because the US has a higher player base, more YouTubers, and has a lot more notice, because that's where Bandai has more of an interest there in the US. And with the EU and the UK as well, there is not, except we're now split, there's not as much coverage as the US gets. I thought, while I've been judging some of the webcam events we've had in Europe with the regionals and finals and stuff, I wanted to try and get more out of the breakdowns and the top cuts, the top standings and top cuts of the EU events, so we can see how EU's getting on, because we've got a little bit of a different meta, and it's nice to see the differences as well. So I'm going to keep doing that. So if you ever want to look for like any regionals, anything like that, top cut breakdown, see what decks are doing well, or the decks at top for the EU, I'll try and get that out every time there's an event. And the last one, as I've been talking about, is cube drafting. So I did start up cube drafting events back last year, because we had lockdowns like before COVID happened. I was looking to build my own cube cube, to give it a try with friends and locals to have some fun, because it's a nice, interesting format that can help you learn to play the game a little bit better, and it's something to just try out for fun that you can just play anytime. Just have the cube, give it a try. And I started it, but then COVID happened, so I started building the cube. In the meantime, trying to get the piece together. And then I found out that Untap allowed you to build a cube and play it online, so that was a nice way to still play it, even though we were restricted in distance from each other. And as well as that, I did some events, which we had a good season 1. It was very fun and very interesting, but then it slowly died off in season 2 because of the fact that the lockdown for us in the UK eased a bit to people to go outside, and everybody wanted to go outside. So it died off because less people were about to give it a try. But I'm going to put that up again because it is a lot of fun. It is fun to play, and a lot of people were asking if it's going to... Well, some people from my little pool we had were asking if it would be started up again, so I'm going to give it a try and bring it back. But if you don't know, because I've been rambling on a little bit about Cube Draft, if you don't know what Cube Draft is, it's basically drafting, but instead of using sealed packs like you do in every game and every time it's drafting, you do it from a constructed list that you put together yourself. So mine is a Highlander list where there's only one copy of each card, and it's quite a big one. I think 672 cards, something like that. And you basically form it into packs and then draft using that. It's a lot of fun, and if you ever want to give it a try, you're welcome to, because the other topic that I forgot to put on this was that I've started streaming as well. So for the beginning, I do stream on Twitch every Tuesday and every Thursday from 6 PM onwards, depending on what time I finish, because it might go on quite late, it might go on cut off around about 10, but it's from 6 o'clock until late. Link to my Twitch will be at link to my Twitch, my Discord, and my Facebook page will be down in the description below, so you can always check those out. And so far I'm doing Pokemon Unite on Tuesdays because I've been enjoying that game. It's so much fun, and we had a good stream the other day on my first stream. And every Thursday I'll be doing streaming for Dragon Ball Super, either testing out fun decks either by webcam or on tap, and even testing out stuff with the new spoilers. Like this Thursday, the next one coming up, I'll be testing for a Wonder Box on the weekend, and also testing out the green spoilers from set 16, and maybe have a deck profile on Friday as well of the deck I was testing. And for Cube event, that is relevant to Cube events because when I do start them up again, or if I do start them up again, if you can't take part in them, or will have a look and see what it's like before taking part of them, I will be streaming any of my Cube Draft events so people can watch and have a look to see how much fun it is, because it is really fun. And the last thing on the agenda here as well that I wanted to go over is I did form a team with a few local friends as well. Like we decided, our teams are pretty cool, but the best thing about the teams is just being just having fun together. So we decided to put together a local team, not massively competitive. Some of us are competitive, like to go to big events and enter things, but it's more of local to have like a lot of friends playing DBS together and make it easier for us to go to events. Like we might get some mats together, like mats made and team t-shirts and stuff like that, but that's still to be decided and worked on. But so far we are called the Scrub Squad because we're scrubs and we're a squad. And the team so far consists of myself, Ollie, who is also known as Big O Notation, who also does YouTubing as well. Link to his channel will be down below, so you can check him out as well. He's also doing really well, and he even topped one of the events undefeated with Sin as well, because he is known as the new sensation Big O Notation. And we also have Andre, Biscuit, Sam, James, and we also have Nick, who so far looks like a Dragon Ball, but then he's not that active with us. So if anybody wanted to sub in for him, if he doesn't go to an event, all you have to do is don a paper mache Dragon Ball helmet, a orange skin suit, and you can take his place temporarily in events anyway. That is it for discussion about the content and my video. If you do like the content, if you want to check it out, if you like it, feel free to subscribe. Feel to like anything, comment on anything, and if you want to give suggestions, I think just comment on any videos or on the channel or anything, and I'll try and cover that if need be. But so far, I'm Jamie with ScrubGames, and yeah, check me out if you like it, and if not, I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.